season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Real, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 24 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Aggies' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he'll just take a knee and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Smith dropping to pass. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
As if they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The short hands, it's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really good 3rd down defense, man. Understanding the sticks and getting him in 3rd and long, first of all, is where they won first. And then playing the pass, breaking on the football, forcing a 4th down and in their own territory for the offense. Great job by this D.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up the 1st down. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And you could tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Moving away from pressure. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Smith dropping to pass. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Just going to keep it after the snap. Good, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Snap of this drive comes from the 32. The give to the back. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Smith wants to throw. With the catch, it's Cox. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This is a design run. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Gain of 3. And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming. He'll try to pop the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
The Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. Hard running there. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Defense in press coverage. They'll move the tight end. Trying the run, it's Cox. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Smith dropping to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, USC.
Close enough for a field goal try, but they want more. Going for it on 4th and short from the 20. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Running into the open space. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd down play from the gun. Blasted as he lets it go. Right on target this time. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Power football with the run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll take it himself. Fights off a defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Texas A&M going quickly. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. Touchdown, Aggies! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Vols have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Unloads it downfield. Snatches it on the right. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. Smith wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cox. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And these are the plays the defense is talking about, man. These are the ones that get you in those situations where you can win. You've given up some yards on this drive, but it doesn't matter. When you play a great job on second down and force the passing situation, now, man, you get that dime package ready, you get that pass rush package ready, and you're ready to go get the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The play action fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a cannon.
On the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Brings up second down.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Aggies are on the move. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on the move. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.